Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Restaurants Plus AI experiment. My name's Andy Cook. Today's experiment, we're going to be playing around in the back end of a program called ExpandShare. What ExpandShare is an AI-powered platform that, for a very affordable rate, will help you design a perfectly tailored learning management system for your team. So it's not only going to help you train people, but it's going to help you upskill, continuous training opportunities for your staff, but it also helps you create a feedback loop that's also powered by AI. So it takes that comment box idea of the past and it levels it up into whole new areas. So a lot of this will start making more sense when I dive into the platform. So why don't we just go ahead and jump into the platform? So here we are within the back end of ExpandShare, and what you see are a lot of different checklists and items that kind of suggest the robust potential of what this platform can do. But I'm not going to give you a full demo of that. If you like what you see, I recommend that you reach out to them and get a proper demo because they're going to do a much better job than I am. What I want to do is zero in on one specific feature that I think is mind-blowing, and I'll show you what that means here in just a second. You look here on the screen, it says Ask Andy, but what it usually says is Ask AI. I should probably ask them to change that. It makes me feel a little bit weird, but we're going to go with it for now. So imagine this scenario. The hardest position right now to fill in the industry is restaurant managers. And amongst those, it's the kitchen managers that's not only the hardest to fill, but it's the hardest to train to. So I've met a lot of great new kitchen managers since COVID, and they have the soft skills that are really hard to train to, the kind of personal traits that you want in your kitchen leading your team, but they may not have all the hard skills that you want to back them up and get them to start becoming more efficient kitchen administrators to help you run your business and make it more profitable. So that's why I'm zeroing in on this chatbot. If you've seen past AI experiments that I've run, I talk about knowledge files. Knowledge files and prompting are important ways for you to take a chatbot in the direction that you want. It gives you the focus that you need, and it gives them the context that you're going to want it to have so that you're on the same page. And so what you don't see here behind this is I've uploaded two knowledge files to this chatbot. One is the current textbook that they're teaching to culinary classes. And the second is a copy of the Washington State's Retail Food Code. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to use those two knowledge files to help level up your kitchen manager with the soft skills into your kitchen manager with the soft and hard skills that you want to run your business. So I'm going to drop my first prompt in here. And this is about, I'll just read it to you. Teach me how to cost a recipe step by step. Don't assume I know how. Finish with an example of a cheeseburger. We're going to drop that in there. And what I love about chatbots, and I'll start doing it right now, is I'm going to grab this. Stop moving. There we go. Convert to AP quantities. I'm going to copy this. And forgive me as I start typing with two thumbs and my tongue sticking out, but we'll get there pretty quick. Explain in more detail. Boom. Convert to AP quantities. Certainly, converting to AP as purchased quantities is an important step in recipe costing, yada, yada, yada. What we're seeing populating here is not just up here where it's showing me everything that I asked it for in clear step-by-step instructions. But now, depending on what my level of understanding is as a kitchen manager, I can have a dialogue and have it to slow down and explain things to me in more detail as we go along. Here's another really cool feature along the way is I'm going to ask it to translate this into Spanish. Translate into Spanish. Boom. And right before your eyes, it's translating it into Spanish. Pretty cool, right? I don't know how many languages that it has, but I'll bet it's got almost all the languages that you need covered. Maybe not sign language, but it's got every language that you need covered right here in the platform. Pretty cool. Now let's try another exercise. Now, I mentioned before I have the copy of the Washington State Retail Food Code. And so I'll read the prompt that I just put in here as it's populating. Pretend you're a Washington State health inspector coming into my restaurant. Walk me through your instructions step by step. Tell me what you're looking for, why you are looking, and how to ensure compliance. Be sure to include how the inspector will be looking for compliance around the 2022 update to the state's retail food code, where I listed some specific items just to be really clear: certified food protection manager, vomit and diarrhea kits, date marking, employee health reporting, etc. As you can see, it's giving me a step by step guide into how I can be ready for a health inspector when I get my first health inspection. And again, I can translate it into Spanish. Let me give you one more example that I was asked to include here, and that is, what are the most important SOPs to create for my kitchen? And again, that's what I love about these chatbots. They're a lot more dynamic and they can help you and it can be a great resource for your kitchen manager to really zero in on what they do and don't understand, and expanding that knowledge and making them a better collaborator in your kitchen. And I'm going to ask it to create an SOP for cleaning and sanitation. Let's see how that comes up. By the way, if you're looking right here, professional cooking, those are the knowledge files that it's drawing from. And there it is. I'm just going to riff here for a second and talk about a few other ways that you can use this kind of a platform. Now, imagine that you want to create specific modules for the equipment that you have in your kitchen. So, there's common issues that you're having with an ice machine or your dish machine, or maybe it's a salamander. Uh, Find and upload a PDF copy of the repair manual and maybe some YouTube videos that you like that you think explain things very well. Those can become knowledge files so that when something weird happens and it's an easy fix, but people don't know it, that they have these chatbots that they can start leaning into to explain things to them. So that's it in a nutshell. I guess I could probably nerd out for another 30 minutes going into all the different ways that we could use this, but I think I've scratched the surface well enough that you can see what's underneath. If you liked what you saw here, I encourage you to hit the link in the show description to schedule a demo with ExpandShare. I've found them to be very collaborative. I've found them to be very non-pushy with the sales, and genuinely curious about finding ways that they can help you, and are excited to show you how you can mold their product into something that you feel that you can use. And so they've earned my endorsement. I hope you give them a shot. My name's Andy Cook, and if you've got some ideas of things that you would like me to put AI to the test on, let me know. Reach out to me in the show notes, or I'll leave my contact in the show notes or the article that's going to accompany this. And let's talk. See you next time.